on. Let's see how long this can take. Oh, beautiful. We're getting everybody closer to the table. And soon we're going to have a blast. What's going on, my brother?
What's up?
Okay, where can we put like something that will hold us up? Ah. Okay. So guys, how's the week been?
Oh,
Just started the week. What about you? Just started, right? It's been good though. Starting right from. Whoa. Yeah, bad. Once yeshiva Baruch got to worry about nothing. Just to learn and eat. Sleep, take a shower.
Wait, the shower. You see so many things to worry about.
Nothing else. Nothing else to worry about. So, in fact, he says, if you mechaven in these names, so al pi halacha it's good to put olive oil, but if you didn't, it's not special shikha.
According to Allah?
And but if you also mechaven in these names, kel, they hate, kel, Elkim and Matzpach, not only will you not forget, then anybody will help you memory. Kel, Elkim, and Matzpach. Wrote
I
down.
don't know why. It's probably a Kabbalah.
Yeah. So I covered both. I mean, Kabbalah and
Wow.
okay. So we got pretty good crap.
We tried for 8 this week. I forgot to announce it. So it's only like.
Okay, 1 is 8?
No, I'm aiming for 8.
8 people, you mean?
Wait,
Yeah.
you start at 8?
No, 8 people.
Oh, 8 people. Oh, I didn't understand. Okay. Yeah, we got a lot. All right, so Baruch Hashem.
It's how to count minyan as 8 words plus
Mashiach starts saying that the kesher, to what we spoke about, Koyach Nisan, to do everything you can to bring Mashiach. Whoever says, so is imminent. So imminent is becoming a Mashiach. Not Rebbe is saying that so much so the Rebbe brings down the halacha, the non-halacha, that if anyone says he cannot drink wine or the day Mashiach will come, and he's not allowed to, the Rebbe just bring this up because show how imminent coming Mashiach is. Mamash, right here, right now. See, if it didn't work the first day because Mashiach didn't come, Chas v'shalom, then the next day he's not allowed to drink wine again because it's very, very suspicious for Mashiach to come. As the Rebbe goes on to say, he said last time, all the red lines are already finished. So the Rebbe says, he wants to explain how to go about bringing Mashiach, because last week the Rebbe spoke about, Koyach Nisan, the Rebbe said that you have to do everything we can do. What should we do? Sorry, we need to explain. The Rebbe says we know that everything that we want to learn about, we can find the whole meaning of that thing in its name. The name of that thing. It says, Geula has a few names. Hebeti, Etzeti, Etzalti, Ga'alti. But we see that the name that received most recognition and was accepted by all Yidden, all throughout the world over, is Geula. Because that name shows the content of what Geula is really is. So we see it, a wondrous Dvar Pella. We see a very, very interesting thing the Rebbe says in the word Geula. That the word Geula, which means galus, comprises most of the word Geula. It's all the letters of Geula are made up from the word exile, made up from the word Geula. Geula is only with the addition of the aleph. You add the aleph, then we get Geula. But without that, the whole word means exile. And the Rebbe says, how is it that two extreme opposites are found in the same word? Because in Lashon Kodesh, you have yoim, you have laila, you have a separate word. You have long, you have short, separate. Two extremes don't come together in the same word. You see, Geula, two complete opposites come all together in the same word. Not only that, even the Gimel, which means galus, which is the head of the word, still remains the head of the word, and the aleph is after it. So, galus, which is Geula, comprises the whole word of Geula. How is that so? The Rebbe says. So Geula, the explanation is, Geula does not mean that we're going to abandon everything we did in galus. Geula means we're going to take what we did in galus. Leave it the way it is. Nothing will be changed. The world will be as it is now. Nothing will be nullified. Nothing will be different. No different people, different world. Same exact. Just that it will be, how do you say this in English? It will be released. It will be relieved. It will be free. It will be free. It will not be enslaved to galus or galus mentality. Now everything is enslaved right now because of the great, awesome concealment we have on Hashem and everything that represents, everything that is for Hashem. Everything is concealed. We don't see Hashem openly. So the great advantage of Geula and Shlem is that everything, the Rebbe emphasized the word everything, the Rebbe blots it out. Everything will be free. Nothing will stay lost or abandoned. Even those who are the furthest from Yiddishkeit will be redeemed. It will be a Geula in quantity and quality for all things and all matters, from the biggest to the smallest. The people themselves, all their money, all their gold, all their silver, all their actions, all their mitzvahs, all their achievements. Geula will take all that and the world at large, the non-Jews as well, with their idols, everything they own and belong to. All these things, all the positive things will remain. The concealment will be totally gone, and now the true and the emes will be revealed. Just like the Rambam says, there's no difference between this world. Al Yalde, Al Gaita, you should not think that the world will change. There's no difference between this world and the world of Mashiach. It's only that we're not going to be enslaved to galus. We're not going to be enslaved to other nations or to galus and galus mentality. Everyone will come together to serve Hashem as one. So now we understand why Geula includes the word Geula. With just addition of aleph. Geula elevates Geula. Does not cancel out or crosses off or leaves it the way it is. It just takes off the concealment. It reveals the aleph. The aleph is a little bit shalayla. Aleph is Hashem. Revealing the aleph reveals Hashem. So this is the explanation of how Geula is really the main part of the word Geula, but we have to understand, why is it so important? Why is Geula important at all? Why is it important? Why do we have to release the world? Why do we have to free the world from the condition it is? Why not leave the world the way it is? People will have it good. Like the Rebbe says, we have Nine are tens and tens and tens of Yidden, hundreds of Yidden, thousands of Yidden coming together, not anyone thinking maybe Mashiach will not come tonight. Doesn't hurt it. That's one question. Why do we have to bring the world to that state? What's the necessity of that? Second question is, we know that Geula is not just going to be what we just said, adding the Aleph and now seeing the truth. Geula is also going in the second period of Geula. We're going to see change in the world. Before we said the world will continue the way it is. But there's a second period in Geula, which the customs of and the behavior of the world will completely change. Everything will change. Amazing. Clothes will grow on the tree, fruits, the tree itself will be food to eat. All baking goods will come out of the ground ready to eat. Muskot. From the world. Totally changing the nature of the world. Supernatural. Why? And still we'll be calling that Geula as well. So is this what we said before, just adding the Aleph? Isn't that a different period of time? Should be called a different name? That's the second question the Rebbe is asking. All this will be understood in the Mishnah of Pirkei Avos that we're still going to be reading this Shabbos of Hashem of Perek Shlishi. Istaka b'shloshet dvarim ve'en ata ba'al yedei avera. Dain ma'ayin b'ata v'la notar ilech. You should look at three things, but istakel, the Rebbe says, is not just istakel, just look, but contemplate. Contemplate deep thinking on three things. So the Rebbe is asking a question. The obvious question is, Mishnah is very concise, very short, includes a lot of things. It's very, very accurate, very exact. It's accurate science. Torah. So if that's the case, we know there's three things over here. What's the Tana trying to tell us? There's three things. First of all, why three, not two, not one? Why three? Second of all, if it is three, we can already count. The Tana has an inyan in saying number three. He has an inyan to that you should know that you have to look, you have to contemplate the three and not two and not one. The point is, the whole inyan is the three, the number three. The Rebbe says that the Tana wants, the message of the Tana is that Istaka b'shlosh Shemaim has nothing to do with the Hemshech, with the continuation of that mission. It has to do with Pshat, but the real meaning, what the Tana really meant to say, this is interesting because the Rebbe knows what the Tana wants to say. It's interesting how the Rebbe brings it down. But that's what the Tana meant.
Nice.
That because the Rebbe's neshama includes all the neshamas. Yeah, the Rebbe's neshama includes all the neshamas. Includes the neshama of that Tana as well.
Huh?
The Rebbe's neshama.
Even those of previous generation.
Of course, neshama klavis.
Aye.
From all before, from all the way back, from all the way up, till the Mashiach comes. The Rebbe is neshama klavis. The Rebbe knows exactly what the Tana meant. Tana said, the Rebbe said the Tana meant this way: that some Jews look at two. One, but two is better. But three, not everyone. And the Rebbe says that's a message of the Tana. The Tana wants to teach us that we have to look at three. Not just Hashem and you, but also the Metzius, the existence of this world. This world. Know that there is a world. And Dafka through the world, because two, looking at two is Ani, myself and Hashem. And I only came to this world to serve Hashem. That's good. Good thing to do. So besides that you have to make yourself into a servant of Hashem, and Hashem will appreciate that for sure. But you will not be able to. And Tana wants to say, you will not be able to. Because we see the continuation says, and you will not come to sin. You will not come. Sin doesn't have to mean specifically sin in the sense of actual sin, but it could also mean falling off the ways of Hashem, not being able to do your job completely. Even if you're righteous, you won't be able to reach a completion ever. If you will not do it without looking and contemplating on number three. Three is the world. That Hashem made it so that if you will not do it through the world, you will not come to do it right. And you can come and forget the sin. But if you do it through three, the Rebbe says, Medayak in the Mishnah, Mishnah says the day means not even for the possibility of coming to sin. In other words, if you contemplate, And the fact that there is a world, and Hashem wants it there, but you have to do it through the world. To serve Hashem only through the world, you will do it in the most perfect way. You will not even come to a possibility that, God forbid, you could fall off the ways of Hashem, fall stray off the path. Stray off, not even a possibility. And besides, it will also add to the completion of yourself and Hashem. You will elevate yourself more, and you will glorify and serve Hashem on a much higher level, because you're doing it through the world. Rabbi goes on to say, and so much so, Rabbi is emphasizing the point, expounding on it. Rabbi says, Ad kedei kach nogea ze la'adam. So important to the person. So look at 3. That this was the reason why the neshama left the highest heights and went down. Apparently, Hashem is the virtue of good. Hashem is the essence of good. If good would only elevate, not bring something down, only elevate it, give it more aliyahs, more elevations to the neshama. Why bring it down and to the lowest of the low? Yet, it says, because that's the biggest chesed, that's the biggest kindness, to bring it to the body, because that will give it an elevation it never had before. Before the neshama was attached to Hashem, a certain level gets the highest, but yet not atzmus, not Hashem's essence, real essence, where the Jew comes from. It's higher than neshama. Now the neshama will be elevated to the atzmus mamash, to cleave to God in a way it couldn't before.
When?
After
Mashiach, or
after dressing
or
itself
once
in the body.
The neshama then leaves the body after
When
coming
neshama
down
leaves
to the
there,
body.
well, the neshama, yeah, after neshama leaves the body, but while it's in the body now, it's literally cleaving to
But
Hashem.
we're never going to the body to start with. It wouldn't be as great. It'll just be a revelation and going, no, Hashem's there.
So, big Gida Notzach for the neshama. So, the Rebbe says, only down through the body. Only done through a dira b'tachtonim. The neshama helps the body helps the neshama do a dira b'tachtonim. So you're supposed to work on yourself, to make yourself, besides making yourself, you megal the neshama in you. Through contemplating on shlosh dvarim. Megal the neshama in you to make Hashem dira b'tachtonim. But you're also doing the world as well, not just yourself, but also the world around you. And through this, you'll reach a completion. Looks like a reader. It's not. It's a big aliyah.
Wow.
Now we understand why Geula is with Aleph. Geula is the same thing. Everything remains the same. You're working through the world. Through the world, you're making a shadir of tachtonim. That's the whole teichen of galus. Galus is Geula. The building blocks of Geula is Geula. You see, all the letters are there, then they stay intact. Only the Aleph comes in. But that's why the Rebbe says, the Rebbe diet, when the Rebbe says, is Tanui, it's all because of Ma'aseh V'Avodah. When the Rebbe says in Tanya, I used to see this all the time. I never used to really understand why, what it means. In other words, until I saw the Rebbe Sikha now, it really hit me. And the Rebbe says like this: I didn't understand why it depends on our actions now. When Geula happens, Geula happens. Why does it depend on now? So the Rebbe says, these are the building blocks. You are making dira b'tachtonim now. And that's that's Geula. Once the dira is finished, that's Geula. There you have Geula. You're revealing Hashem. So the Rebbe says, already, many times already, all throughout Malach from the base, that this is finished.
Wow.
Unbelievable statement.
Wow.
Only Mashiach can say this. This is finished. And the Rebbe goes on to speak about Sfira Seimer. So now we understand why and what we have to do. The Rebbe later on will give the instructions actually what to do. The Rebbe now goes on to speak about Sfira Seimer and give a classic example of how we actually affect this world and the worlds and ourselves. Because in Sfira Seimer we say all these things, that we're going to be mashpia in all the worlds. Kol ha'olamas. If we look carefully at what we're saying, and then we're saying on the Neshama also gets elevated and the worlds get elevated from Sfira Seimer, so we see how our actions affect everything, ourselves and the world around us. Dira b'tachtonim. Then the Rebbe speaks about Achrei. We're going to read Mincha. We're going to read Eimer, the Kohanim. How the Kohanim had to go into the base of Mikdash. They had to go with Kohen Gadol, 8 clothing, 8 garments. And the Rebbe says, you see why is it so important to have 8 and not 7? What's the garments so important? Not the person himself, no, the garments, because Hashem wants the other. That's the will of Hashem, that everything should happen through the world. So
Well,
it
how's
has to
8 go to do the work?
Well, maybe not the number, but yes, the number, yes. Because if he's missing one garment, then he cannot do his job, it's invalid. But also the very fact that it has to be beautiful clothing, has to be nice, he has to also be rich. And if not, then his brothers have to contribute to the fact that he should be rich, or the Jewish people have to help him become rich, and he has to be handsome and nice and tall.
Wow.
See, the Gashmius takes a very major part of all this, because the Rebbe says, they are in this world. In the gather of this world, we're not changing the world, we're just taking the world and elevating it to Kedusha. So the building blocks, everything's happening through the world, we cannot do it otherwise. That's what the Kohanim. And Rebbe goes on to speak about his brother, that the Yurtzeit is going to be Yud Gimel Iyar.
Was
Shabbos, right? And Gimel Iyar is Echad, and Israel Arya Leib, how Israel is Hashem, is the name of all the Jewish people.
Wow.
And then the Rebbe says that it includes two extreme pirushim, two opposite pirushim. One is Yesh Shishim Riba Oisius L'Torah, 600,000 letters, and on the other hand, your name will be called Israel because that you have fought people and even ministers, ministers of the nations of the world, and you won them. That you are fighting the world. On one hand, you're underneath the world, you're fighting with the world. On the other hand, Torah is above the world. So the Rebbe says two extreme meanings. So the Rebbe says that what it means is that a Jew should know. First of all, his whole life is coming from the Torah, from one letter in the Torah. He nurtures, he takes out his life and his entire life, and everything is dependent on his letter from the Torah. That's where he nourishes his life from, which means everything he does has to go according to Torah. That's the first meaning. The second meaning is that he has to do it through the world. He has to fight the world. But oifen v'tuchal. Tuchal means, the Rebbe says tuchal means includes not by force. Tuchal means koilel, it includes the world, and it's pleasing to the world, and with the world, that you are not fighting them in a way of war, God forbid, and destroying anything, but you include the world with your action, and the world is getting pleasure from your work. All the meanings of the word vatucha, working with the world. Then, last but not least, there speaks about, we see how the world changed, how the world now, when we're coming to the time of Mashiach to come right now, and Mashiach is right at the opening, at the threshold. The Rebbe speaks about the nations of the world, how all the nations, specifically this nation, and the Medina, he also Russia, how they all come to help the Yidden accomplish the last few steps left to finish off the galus and go right into Geula. And we see that this nation specifically started helping out other places where it had no interest in helping out nations from outside of its place, but it went out of its way to help out other countries who were in need, dire need for help. It used to be only the Jews used to be able to do that. Now this nation went out of its way to do it and received absolutely no reward or any pay for the help that he provided those who were in need, but did it out of pride and sincere desire to help. The Rebbe says we see how the world is actually progressing towards a time where all the world will be good, and good will be the major characteristic when Moshiach comes. What we see is already starting now. And also regarding the Jews, not only it's not, God forbid, avoiding them and keeping Torah mitzvahs, but helping them by letting them build all the yeshivas and all the shuls and all the institutions that they need to be mekan Torah mitzvahs more extensively. Also helping them to go and other places in the world and leave wherever they want freely as they please. Where these things were avoided and blocked and not given to the Jews. For now they're giving to them in a free manner. And also, another example is, and you see, so everything is making a Derech Studim. Everyone, the whole world, and is getting ready and revealing the Aleph in the Geula, and the world is coming to a state of Geula very, very soon. The Rebbe says that we see things that are happening now never happened in decades from the beginning of the world. The world has never come together to express goodness the way it is now.
Yeah.
And also,
We need 6 to make a minyan, please.
another 6?
Yeah, but you need
Mלכות
6.
לנחם.
Nechem.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Nachem?
We make a fest.
What's Nachem?
Nechem, Nichom Aveilu.
I actually really wanted to.
Chi Adonai Malenu Laveinu Melech HaMashiach Le'olam Vaed. We'll come back. We're coming back.
Turn off the show, Marty.
We're posting off. Passing off.
You have some
Was it
in
Huh?
Dam in the Mida?
What is that?
Dam in the
They want us to daven that they need another 6. What is that?
So Dam in the Mida? Or just this answer?
They need 6. I guess maybe they don't have. They don't have. They don't have enough. I know the rabbi went to Nachman last night, and
For who?
that's the president of this shul.
Marty.
Moti Boaziz. Yeah, I know him.
The guy that goes to Shar Tzion?
Huh?
This guy that goes to Shar Tzion?
Which guy?
The guy that just came?
No.
Yeah, you can pause the video, and then we'll come back. You can continue that, huh? We can put another video.
No, I'm pausing it.